right, Ivanka.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, so, sorry. Mm. Class quest, thought experiments. Okay. So, can you read this, please?
Okay, Einstein used thought experiments, imagining crazy scenarios in his head to discover the secrets of the universe. Now it's your turn. Mission: what if gravity disappeared for exactly 10 minutes tomorrow at noon? Describe the absurd consequences using advanced academic vocabulary. What would happen to your lunch, your school, the oceans?
Okay. Can we do this?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead. What do you think would happen?
I think that my lunch will float, and the ocean would float and turn into tiny, turn into dots, like water droplets, and my school will probably float too. Or if there's something that is under the ground that prevents it from floating, it might not float. And we will float, and all my stuff will float. And if there's no gravity right now, I would probably float, and you would probably float, and my bed will float, or maybe it's too heavy.
How do you know I would float? How do you know I would float?
Because if there's no gravity, then in space there's no gravity. In space, the astronauts will float. So I'm guessing that you and I would probably float, and my mom and dad would float, and all my stuff will float, and the paper will float, and if my table is light enough, or maybe if my table is light enough, it might float, and my chair might float too.
Okay, so basically everything will float.
Yeah.
So everything on Earth will be floating here and there. Okay. Well, I think I understand what you're saying. Now, do you know what gravity is? Gravity is that force that pulls everything, at least on the Earth. Gravity is that force that pulls everything towards the center of something. Right?
Yep.
It pulls everything towards the center of something. Okay. Now, if there was no gravity, that means whatever it is that's pulling everything towards the center of the Earth, for instance, would not be pulling them anymore. So everything would just scatter and go on their own. I think the whole planet would be confused. Oh, do you know that the moon has its own gravity? Do you know that?
I think somebody told me before.
Yeah, the moon has its own gravity. The sun has its own gravity. Basically, planets have their own gravity, and gravity is always. So if gravity disappeared in the whole universe, for just a second, that's going to be a lot of problem.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of problem for the universe. It's just going to cause confusion. So the force pulling all the particles together, it disappears. Then that means all the particles will scatter.
Was what?
Right?
What did you say?
If I said the force pulling all the particles or all the different bodies, if it disappears, that means all the different bodies will go apart, will part ways. So the water will leave the ocean and just maybe mix with the cloud. Your chair can just go into you can just find your chair on the moon. You can maybe your lunch can go to maybe the sun or something like that. And remember, the earth is moving around the sun, right?
Mm-hmm.
So gravity disappears. So that means all of a sudden the earth stops moving. It's too catastrophic for me to even think about. Maybe I'm looking at this as a scientist.
Yeah.
Scientist, yeah. So it's too terrible. Now, okay, you've done that. Now let's move on to thinking about someone else. Someone I love to think about. I love to just try to imagine what was in her head when she did this. And her name is
Ada Lovelace.
Ada Lovelace. We spoke about her in our first class. Do you remember what she did?
She rode a plane all on her own, and the planes are not the planes today. They are made out of old bits of wood, according to the text, and there wasn't built in movies, which isn't a big of a problem. Anyways, and she wanted to, oh yeah, that's, okay, sorry. So Ada Lovelace, yeah, I kind of mixed up. So Ada Lovelace is the one who programmed computers. Sorry.
Yes. All right. We're talking about Amelia Earhart.
Yeah, I know.
All right, let's move on. The first computer programmer in history. Hey, that's sexist prawns. Oh, do you know the meaning of this word, sexist?
So when I was looking at this for myself, I think that it's somebody that well, so I don't really want to say the word. That is this word that is minus, it's this word minus IST. I don't know if that's right. No, I just assumed. Treating people unfairly or holding
prejudices based based on their sex or gender. Okay. Now, sex has two meanings. Okay, or it's used in two major ways. Sex and gender. Sex means actually the biological, traits that makes you either male or female. Okay.
Okay.
It can also refer to the activity that brings about pregnancy between the male and the female person. Okay.
Okay.
Between dad and mom. What they did to be pregnant with Ivanka is called sex. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Sex also refers to what makes you a girl or a boy. So sexist now refers to treating people, when you're being sexist, that means you're treating people unfairly based on their gender. Okay? Let me give you a popular example. Okay? If you say, "Oh, she can't be the leader." Why? Because she's a girl. Now that's not good. Because she's a girl does not mean she's not smart enough to be the leader.
Yeah.
Another one, "Oh, he can't cook for me." Why? He's a boy. What do you mean? Boys don't know how to cook? Really? That's also being sexist. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. There are other ones, other ists. For example, we have racists. Do you know what it means to be racist?
No. No.
Well, racist simply means treating people unfairly or holding prejudices based on their race.
Based on their what?
Race.
Like in a competition, usually involving.
No, okay. No, race here refers to where you're from, like white, black, African, American. I think some people call Asians yellow. I don't think it's yellow. I think you guys look white. I don't know. Brown, usually decided by the skin color, the skin tone. When you're black, when you're white, when you're yellow, you're brown, because of your complexion, your skin color, that's the race. That's the simplest way to just talk about race, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So when you're treating people unfairly because of their race, how can a black man become the president? How can a white man win the race? I mean, everyone knows black men run faster. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. So that's what it's about. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So, sexist. Let's move up. Ada who or Ada who? Let's read.
Computers send rockets into space. Tell us the weather and let us play games where we blast alien lobsters with the laser ray guns. Alien Lobster Adventure, available for only $329. $329.99. So, I think.
99 what? What's the sign?
What? What?
What's the sign? 329. What's the sign? What currency is it for?
Well, I actually don't know.
Okay, it's pounds, okay?
Oh. Okay.
Pounds. 329 pounds. Okay? Pounds and 99 shillings.
Okay.
Alright, go on.
But before computers can do this whizzy stuff, they had to be told how to do it by a person called a programmer. And the first person to do this was a total legend called Lady Augusta Ada Kino.
All right. Oh, sorry, I think I made a mistake. It's not shillings, it's pence. Pounds and pence. Okay?
Oh, okay.
329 pounds and 99 pence. Let me just write that down for you. Pounds and pence. Or pounds sterling. Wait, that's not right. Pounds sterling and pence. All right. So, Lady Augusta Ada Kingwell. All right. Now, a very important question.
Okay. Why does the author talk about alien lobster adventure instead of just comparing how computers work?
Okay. What do you think?
Well, I guess it's just trying to create things create this background of people just remembering how nice playing games are, and let them let them think of stuff that needs programming, and then they jump into the topic, which I feel like is very logical.
That's a brilliant response. That's a brilliant response.
Thanks.
That's very good. In fact, you deserve... That's very logical. I love it.
Thanks.
You're welcome. The sexism alarm. Ada was born in 1815. In those days, the men who were in charge actually believed that women weren't as clever as them. Sorry, that's my sexism alarm going off. They thought women should stay home and not even dream of getting a job. Beep, beep. Ada ignored all those stupid men, otherwise we wouldn't have computers today. All right. The 1800 sexism alarm. All right. Now, can you answer this question?
Okay, how does the author use humor and sound effects to show that sexism is completely ridiculous?
Yes. How does it do that?
First, they use humor saying stupid men. And that can say that these men with sex sexist. Yeah, these sexists are very stupid, or are we can say dumb. You can also show that sexism is completely ridiculous is by the alarms. Saying something about sexism triggers the alarm, which would make people think that it's really ridiculous that sexism is really ridiculous, since even alarms even alarms can't stand it.
Okay. I like the way you thought about that. You know, an alarm calls your attention, right? An alarm is meant to call your attention to something important and urgent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you hear beep, beep, it calls your attention to, what's going on here? There's a problem here. So I think that's what it just does. And that's good. That's good. Now, let's look at this visual satire. Visual satire. Okay? The Brain Skies chart hilariously puts a sexist prawn at the very bottom, mocking the men who doubted Ada. Now, what does he do? Now, look at this. Look at this. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Now, how does this picture explain what the man is talking about? I think this is the last thing we'll do for today before we go. So look at the picture well. Should I make it bigger? Can this be bigger?
I guess we can. Sure.
Okay, let's see if I can do that. 1 second, please.
I think that, first, wow. So, a sexist prawn is supposed to be, Kenny is supposed to be helping Ada to, he's kind of helping Ada to talk back to the man that doubted her, or to the men that doubted her. But I personally think that's just another joke. Plus, I don't know why there's a prawn in there. So I think these two are kind of just a joke.
Okay. Now, a prawn person is someone who has an unattractive face. Okay. That's what they call a proud person. But in some places, it's used for someone with an unattractive brain.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, got it. So then that makes sense.
Okay, so yes. Now, what makes it make sense more, or even more, is state keeping. Remember, we're looking at brain sizes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, look at Ada's brain size. Look at Pippin's brain size. Look at the prawn's brain size. Look at the sexist brain size, even smaller, and the sexist prawn. Yeah. Do you understand that? So the sexist prawns are like the dumbest of the dumbs. So that's what the picture is trying to project. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Before we go, do you have any question for me?
No.
All right. Well, it's been nice chatting with you. We'll continue this on Thursday. See ya.